Yo, what up, it's Don.
Sammy here.
We are the Soul Brothers, of course. Rain up in it as well. We're going to talk about some of the bounciest cushion you can get right now. We like a little bit of bounce in our cushion.
Not too much.
Not too much, but it's nice to have a little bit of, a little bit of feedback from your cushion, you know?
Yes.
Give a little pep in your step, you know, when you're walking. And, you know, usually when there's bounce, that means there's a good amount of impact protection.
Yes.
Okay, so these are some of the bounciest cushions that you can get right now.
Yes. So starting off with, I don't know how we're gonna do this. I guess like number 5 is a Dame Force. It's a really thin cushion setup. They do use full length bounce. Forefoot you can't really feel anything, but in the heel you do have a little bit of a bounce in your step.
Yeah.
And it feels super nice.
Yeah,
you do
cool.
have to like kind of dig your heel into the floor.
Yeah.
But
it's definitely, you know, the least on the list just because they thin it out so much.
yes.
But when you have thick bounce cushion, you know bounce meaning Adidas bounce cushion, it's a super bouncy cushion, obviously by the name, and so they use it just enough of it in there to not be too much, but you still feel a nice little bounce in the heel.
Yes. Moving on to number 4 are 3 shoes that feel pretty similar. And they're all Adidas shoes, and they all use Boost.
Yeah.
So it's the Crazy Exploding 2017, the D Rose 8, and then the Hardens. I would say like the Crazy Explosive are like a little less bouncier than the D Rose and the Hardens. So I guess we'll put the Crazy Explosive before them.
Yeah.
But yeah, they all use Boost, and they're all caged. And there's this, like in the forefoot you can't really feel anything in like all of the shoes, but in the heel there is a slight bounce, and it's a little bit bouncier than the Dames, but I would say it's pretty similar. So yeah, there's that.
Yep.
Now moving on to number 3 is the AD Mid.
Kobe A.D mid.
Yeah.
Nike. That's a pretty good shoe. The cushion is full length lunar lawn, and it's exposed lunar lawn, meaning it's not caged or wrapped around by and constrained by anything. And it's got a nice little bounce to it, a real quick bounce.
In the heel, yeah.
Yeah, in the heel, you know, the forefoot is obviously a little bit more responsive.
The zoom unit is pretty useless though.
Yeah, you can't really feel the zoom unit, but the lunar lawn itself, a nice thick slab of lunar lawn is pretty bouncy.
Yes.
And it's also a very light cushion, so not a bad cushion setup for bounce there at all.
Of course. Now moving on to number 2, of course, is a KD10. I personally did not play in it, but I've tried it on, and it feels like the KD9 and 9 Elite, you know. But
yeah, the KD10 is, you know, it's full length zoom, and zoom is the bounciest cushion that there is when it's used in a certain way. And this is full length zoom, and you can definitely feel it bouncy all the way around from the heel to the toe. Not insane, definitely not as much as number 1.
yes.
But it's still up there.
Yes.
And number 1, of course,
You guys already know. Thickest zoom unit you can get, and the highest cushion you can get, it's the LeBron 15.
Yeah.
The KD10, you can definitely feel it when you're just like walking around, you know, kind of, and it feels like the zoom is kind of like right underneath your foot, because I don't think there is like Phylon. There is a struggle where I believe, but I don't think there's like a Phylon between the zoom unit and your foot. But the LeBrons do have Phylon, so you can't really feel the cushion as much when you're just walking around in the LeBron 15s. But when you start playing, that forefoot zoom unit is ridiculously crazy. It's too bouncy sometimes, and I can feel it. I'm only 145 pounds. So if you're heavier, I definitely think you'll be able to feel it if you start kind of playing it. I don't know, but yeah, the LeBron 15s are crazy, man.
Yeah, they're nuts.
Super crazy.
So that's the bounciest cushion you can get right now. And,
I don't know why you would want crazy bouncy cushion, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, because crazy bouncy cushion is going to give you a ton of impact protection.
But you don't feel responsive.
Yeah, but you lose response.
You know, like most of the time.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I like how Adidas does it. It's kind of like a good blend of bounce in the heel and impact protection, but they leave the forefoot where it's pretty responsive and flat. So you have more response. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyways, that's it. If you guys want a bouncy cushion, get any of these shoes. And you should be good to go.
Yep.
So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next one.
Later.
Peace.